This is a quick video about how to graph lines in slope-intercept form. So recall that slope-intercept form is written as y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b represents the y-intercept. So if we look at our first equation, our slope is 5 over 4, and our y-intercept is -5. So to graph this line, the first thing we do is we plot our y-intercept. So we put a dot on the y-axis at -5. The second thing we do is we count our slope so that we can find a second point. So from that dot that we just graphed, we count the slope. Remember that the slope is written as rise over run. So we're going to count +5, so up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then +4 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So our second point exists there. If we had space, we should count the slope again for a third point just to make sure that our line is accurate. But once we have 2 points, we can graph our line. So as best you can, use a straight edge and graph the line. There it is. For our second example, we have a slope of -8 over 3 and a y-intercept of +4. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to graph our point at +4 on the y-axis. So our dot is at +4. For the slope, because the slope is -8 over 3, that means we're going to have a decreasing line. We have a negative slope. So we either are going to count -8 over 3, so down 3, positive right, down 8, +3, right? Or we can count 8 up and 3 to the left. In this case, we don't have space to go up and left. We don't have space on our coordinate plane to go up and then to go left, but we can count down and to the right. And as long as our graph has a decreasing slope, then we know that we've done it correctly. And remember that decreasing looks like it's going down from left to, as you read from left to right. So from our y-intercept, which we plotted at 4, we're going to count down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and +3. 1, 2, 3. So our second dot is here. Again, if we had space, we should try and graph a third point to make sure our line is accurate. We don't have space. So as best you can, use a straight edge, connect your dots, and there is your line. Okay, here are a couple more examples. Why don't you pause the video here and see if you can do them on your own. Okay, for number 3, we don't have a y-intercept. In this case, our y-intercept is +0. So our first dot is on 0, and our next dots were from counting the slope. And again, I have a negative slope, so I can either count up 5 and left 2 to get this dot here, or I can count from my y-intercept. I can count down 5 and to the right 2 to get my second point. Notice that I was able to fit 3 points, so I graphed them, and there's my line. In number 4, the slope, or the y-intercept, is -2, so I put a dot here. My slope, again, it's negative. It's 2 over 5. So I can either go +2 up, -5 left here, or I can do -2 down and +5 to the right. Again, because there was space, I put 3 points on my graph and I graphed it. That's it.